In this video, you're going to learn a little bit about Russian names. Russian names have three parts to them, and sometimes on documents, you'll see an abbreviation, FEO. This stands for фамилия, имя, отчество. And those are the three parts of a Russian name. Now let's look at each part separately. Фамилия is the last name. Here are some examples of Russian last names. You might know who some of these people are. Chekhov, Pavlova, Putin, Rubina, Dostoevsky, Petrushevskaya. Notice that if we divide them into on, or masculine, and она, feminine, then we can see some patterns. Chekhov, Pavlov, Putin, Rubin, Dostoevsky, Petrushevsky, versus она, Чехова, Павлова, Путина, Рубина, Достоевская, Petrushevskaya. Notice that masculine last names tend to end in consonants. Remember that и краткая is a consonant. And feminine last names tend to end in a or ya. Also notice that we have some common endings to last names. Ov, ova, in, ina, ski, skaya. There can be some slight variations on these. Choose the correct last name for each famous Russian person. Anna Akhmatova, Mikhail Lomonosov, Vladimir Vysotsky, Nadezhda Krupskaya. Now let's talk about the E of the FEO, имя. This is the first name. Here are some examples of Russian first names. Svetlana, Pavel, Marina, Natalia, Alexander, Lyudmila, Evgeny. Based on what you know about the last names, can you sort these into on, masculine, and она, feminine? Just like last names, most masculine Russian first names end in a consonant, and most feminine Russian first names end in a or ya. Decide whether these names are on, masculine, или она, feminine. Правильно. There are a few exceptions. For example, there are a few masculine Russian first names that end in a or ya, like Nikita, Ilya, Foma. And also names from other ethnic groups or other languages may not follow the same rules. For example, Irakli is a Georgian masculine first name, and Gushod is a feminine name from Central Asia, and they don't follow the patterns of the Russian names. Let's talk a little bit about nicknames. Most Russian first names have common nicknames that people are called by. So for example, Svetlana might be called Sveta, Pavel, Pasha. Some, like Marina, do not have a common nickname. Natalia, Natasha. Alexander has several choices, Sasha, Shura, Sanya. Lyudmila has a couple of common ones, Lyuda, Mila, and Evgeny, Zhenya. Note that masculine nicknames can and often do end in a or ya. Match the names to their nicknames. Правильно. We also have diminutives. People who are very close to a person might add a little ending to the name to show affection. So for example, Tatiana, her nickname would be Tanya, and then her diminutive name might be Tanyusha, Tanyechka. Pavel might be called Pavlik. The last part of the Russian name, the O, stands for отчество, or patronymic. The patronymic is the father's name plus an ending. So for males, it's the father's name plus Ovich or Yevich. So for example, if a man's father's name is Ivan, his patronymic will be Ivanovich. If a man's father is named Sergei, his patronymic will be Sergeyevich. Similarly, for women, it's their father's name plus either Ovna or Yevna. So if a woman's father is Ivan, her patronymic is Ivanovna. If a woman's father is Sergei, her patronymic is Sergeyevna. Доброе утро! Доброе утро! Меня зовут Виктор Михайлович. Как вас зовут? Меня зовут Светлана. This is a teacher and a student introducing themselves to each other. Notice how the teacher introduces himself with his имя, отчество, his first name and his patronymic. This is the way that people show respect in Russian, kind of like doctor or Mr. or Mrs. in English. If there's a person that you would like to show respect to, but you don't know their patronymic, you might ask, как ваше отчество? Match the person's name with the name of his or her father. Правильно. Now, put the person's name in the correct order. The official order goes F-I-O, фамилия, имя, отчество. So the last name comes first, then first name, and then patronymic. Правильно.